think Charlotte did attract so many companies? And how do you think that Charlotte companies can work together to influence federal energy policy so that this all of the above policy really helps all of us continue to grow and continue to employ new people in this community? Well, I believe that one of the major reasons why is Duke Energy and Bank of America and Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo, is that the company my dad used to work for? Yeah. So, I believe, especially with Duke Energy and the Progress merger and acquisition and having 7.1 million customers and being on the top of Fortune 200 firms, they are very much engaged in creating an ecosystem, an energy ecosystem, by bringing in really smart people, utilizing them from the universities, as well as from entrepreneurs and incubator type firms that are getting very much involved here in Charlotte, and I believe that the nuclear as well as energy efficiency and the renewable standards that are in play now here, policy is really drawing that superior intellectual capital, and I believe that that is going to help spearhead, if not create a catalyst to creating more business here in Charlotte in the energy sector.
Absolutely, and that's not a cynical answer either. Duke and Progress is one of the largest utilities in the country, the largest utility now in the country, obviously is going to attract a lot of businesses associated with their need to achieve their goals that the companies themselves put out there, but also not to forget about what state policies have done in this area as well. And I know we have a question a little later to talk to about that. And for a company like Piedmont, we're happy to be able to contribute what we can to local contractors, construction contractors. But it's also, Bob Morgan's back there in the back. We're at a chamber event. Charlotte just has some real inherent advantages in terms of a location that companies want to locate to. Charlotte and obviously the greater region. And with the universities and what they're doing here at UNCC in terms of an educated workforce, where there's just a real strong need for technical studies, engineers, I believe that's only going to grow and have more of an impact in the future.
Charlotte has a lot to offer with the quality of life, and I think when a lot of companies look at where they're going to place their facilities, they look at where their employees are going to be happy. And our international airport that we have, that you can fly almost anywhere direct from, makes it very easy to locate a headquarters, if not a main base in the U.S. markets here. Certainly the cost of labor, the educated workforce we have, cost of living. It's a great place to raise a family, but we're also kind of right in the middle of the East Coast. And so when you look at the U.S. population, 70% of our people live really east of the Mississippi. And, where's Charlotte in that? We're smack dab in the middle. So, I think just logistically it starts to make a lot more sense. You add to that, no doubt, I think Jim Rogers himself has really been essential in forming this movement. But with Piedmont and several other companies that have been here a long time, there's a lot of people that are moving here, but really before the banks were the king of the domain, Duke Energy was, So it's kind of gone back and forth, and the fact that we have had a strong financial center, I think speaks to the opportunities there are for companies to locate here, whether they're financing their operation or financing their customers. We've got a tremendous amount of financial intelligentsia capital here, which is being used, daily in the energy industry. So.